Day 2 of the Czech Darts Open as the tournament's top seeds enter the mix. Would it be demolition time in Prague, or could Danny Noppert handle a fired-up Darren Webster? It was a frustrated Nathan Aspinall. Could Andrew Gilding capitalize on a golden opportunity? And would it be Sweet Caroline for this host nation qualifier, or would the Diamonds say, not on my watch? Putting them in check today on High Roller Radio. Yes, day 2 in Prague for the inaugural Czech Darts Open, hashtag CDO19. We had some great action on day 1 at the Red Bit 180, putting it this way, brilliant tweet, comic number 3, a tungsten love story. Had to love that match yesterday between Mervyn King and Steve West. At one point, King took out 135 on the bull, followed with a 10-darter, which included a bounce out, and then made it 3 on the spin with the big fish, the 170 checkout. Love story indeed. Most of the talk on day 1, however, was about Glenn Durrant, who put on quite a display. Wow, tweeted Gary Plummer, 110 average, 5 180s, quite a performance. Brilliant, Glenn, he said, as we get a nice look of his new arrows, too, from Target. They look good, don't they? We know they fly well. Speaking of at Target darts, it was also promoting UK Open champ Nathan Aspinall. The Asp has a date with Goldfinger, as mentioned, Andrew Gilding this afternoon. All right, here we go. Jermaine Wadamena, the first man intro today. The machine gun riding a wave of good form of late. Good enough to take down this man? Johnny Clayton, all smiles during his walk-on. Much bigger crowd today. Expect more atmosphere. Johnny be good or Jermaine be great. Well, after taking out 94 to break in the opening leg, the Dutchman capitalized on Clayton misses in the second, nailed tops for 2-0. Clayton did find a maximum in the fourth leg, but it wasn't enough as Wadamena pushed his advantage to 3-1. The Ferret, struggling on the outer ring, doubles the difference, 11 missed chances for the Welshman. You can't do that and expect to win. 6-2, the machine gun takes it. He'll now reload for the top 16 tomorrow. That was good, he said. The confidence is growing. I used to miss because of pressure. I can take more pressure now. Great tidbit here from Wikipedia. Johnny Clayton has the lowest stage doubles percentage of any top 16 player this year. Just 34.5%. Next up, Darren Webster, Danny Noppert. And it was the tale of two reactions to start. Opening leg, Webster's reaction after missing bull for the 161. Noppert on 25 would clean up and then take out 104 in the second leg for 2-0. He then held again for 3-1. But look at this. Beer goggles as Webster fought back to level things at 3, and then this, a big celebration as he made it 3 on the spin with a crucial last dart double 7. Noppert would level a tight one 4-4 now as we check out the averages. Webster's 92 playing Noppy's 90, ninth leg drama. Wow, Webster thought he hit the game-winning double. He gave it a fist pump, but quickly realized it wasn't in. And to make matters worse, the Dutchman was clutch on the 81, a 2-dart clean kill, 57-24, turned to the crowd and said, that's how you do it. That was a break. He'd close it out like this, in style, the 116 finishes in a flourish, 6-4 your final, a frosty handshake at the end. Webster not happy. This guy was, though. Danny Noppert is through to the third round. Webster, all fired up afterwards, tweeted this out. Who gives a shit, he said. Still near the top 16 in the world. It's all about perspective, folks. Simon Whitlock acknowledging the fans in Prague as he hit the walkway, playing this guy, Justin Pipe, and the pace of play did not bother the Wizard one bit, collecting his darts here after making it 3-0. Impressive scoreline. Look at this. A 13-darter and two 14-darters en route to 3-0. He then tossed in a 16-darter for 4-zip. Pipe had no answers. Or did he? Big sigh of relief here after clawing it back to 4-2. He was fighting. He'd then hold, then nail double 16 for 4-all. Incredible. We got some emotion. It went the distance, and in the decider, Pipe kicked off with this beautiful 180. He had the darts, but on 130, he hit the treble 20, then the single, and as the single went in, the treble fell out. Savage. The Aussie pounced, no sympathy, and he'd take it. A thriller. 6-5 the final. That bounce out was tough, Simon said. I got lucky. He then added, that's darts. That last match was dramatic to say the least, tweeted commentator Paul Nicholson. It did not deserve to have that cruel fallout at the end. Credit to the lads, though, as they served up a sizzler. That they did. Andrew Gilding towing Niaki versus Nathan Aspinall. We pick it up all tied at 3. Goldfinger on 64. Yes, good for the break, and you can see it on Aspinall's face. Darting angst. He pushed it to 5-3. From there, though, it got nervy. At 5-4, Goldfinger, this the look of a man who just suffered not one, but 2 bounce outs. You can see that dart on the floor. Ouch. And that is all Andrew Gilding needed. Make the final 6-4, another upset. I'm really happy, he said. Nathan was unlucky with all the bounce outs, but sometimes that happens. I got lucky. A nice crossfade here, Willie O'Connor and the stage. The stage was set for an all-Irish affair. The Magpie facing Gurney, which of course means sing-song, the ever-popular Super Chin walk-on. He was working it, both the crowd and the scoreline too, leading 3-1 and on 16, yes, double 8 good. O'Connor fought back to 4-3 with darts like this. This double 16 made it 3 on the spin, 4-all. He had the darts too. But talk about a game of millimeters. Wow, he missed bullseye for the 124, and that was all Super Chin needed. He'd close it out to survive and advance. 6-4 the final. No match play for World Cup Willie. Ouch. I fell asleep about midway through, Gurney said. Willie came back at me. I'll take the win. From Sweet Caroline to Sweet Caroline. The host nation qualifier, Carol Sedlacek, who sent them home happy on Friday with that big upset victory over Brendan Dolan. Another tough task this afternoon, though, in the Diamond Ian White. A little thumbs up for the Czech faithful. The pair exchange holds of throw through the first 4 legs. Evil Charly finding this maximum in leg number 4. The fans loved it. Loads of 180 signs out. A very partisan crowd, too. Whistles every time White towed the Aki. But the diamond is class. He managed it. A sip of water here as he got it to 4-2. Then 5-2. But from there, the whistles grew louder and Sedlacek came back at him. How about this checkout? A clutch 79 for 5-4. He loved it. Pressure on. But no, White sealed it on tops. Make the final 6-4 quality contest. After the handshakes, White let the crowd know who won. He was fired up. He then put them in check, if you will. For those whistling, he said, I think you're all pathetic. Great quality match from Ian White, said Charly Gray. And of course, what a performance. Ron Muhlenkamp versus Steve Beaton, and the bomb was ticking loudly throughout, in control most of the way. Beaton did take 2 on the spin to keep things close, but the lefty made good on tops for 5-3, and he'd close it out from there. 6-4 your final for handshakes. I knew I needed to step up, he said. Steve Beaton is a legend. I'm glad I could give him a game. All right, we pick up our final encounter of the afternoon when it was tight. 2-2, James Wade playing Mervyn King. From there, though, it was all King, as the Darts Bulletin lets us know, with checkouts of 105 and 155. King defeats the European champion 6-2. He steamrolled and will now face either Michael Smith or Corey Cadby in round 3. There you see him doing the post-match interview with John McDonald. Looks hot there, doesn't it? That's because it is. The action is heating up as we race toward the checkered flag. And please, pardon the puns today on High Roller Radio.